Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm back to cover the Prize Picks video for today. Only 2 games for this NBA slate. The board is up, but they'll definitely add more throughout the day. So you can leave any questions in the comments, or I might post some more on Twitter later if you want to check them out. But let's go ahead and get started. As always, you can hit the like button if you enjoy the video. Subscribe if you have not already. Check out all the other stuff in the description. You can use my code PROCESS on Prize Picks if you want to get signed up there and get a deposit match. And let's get started. So looking at the points board, DeRozan is at 27.5. Now this number looks pretty solid right now, especially if there's no Zach LaVine. You would expect DeRozan to be a lot more aggressive. You'd also expect the defense to be a lot more honed in on DeRozan. But that number is still pretty solid. I think you can maybe do a little bit better and get to like Vooch at 19.5 here. I know he's always frustrating to roster, but if there's no LaVine, it's going to be Vooch and DeRozan really taking a lot of the shots here. And he had no points in the second half. He had 11 at halftime and then just had a dud in second half. So when LaVine gets ruled out, I expect this number to get up to over 20. Another number that looks pretty low is Patrick Williams over 10.5 here. There's a chance that there's no Caruso for the whole game, who missed the second half, and no LaVine, who played 40 minutes or whatever he did. So Williams put up 20. Finally had a good shooting night. Hopefully he can continue that into tonight. Brook Lopez, 13.5. I'm taking the under here. He was in foul trouble back-to-back games. He dropped well below his projection, and there's probably some reasons for that. Bobby Portis, the game that Lopez did put up 25, Bobby Portis played 2 minutes, and we've seen Portis play a lot more minutes here, and he's playing a lot better than Lopez recently. So I'm taking the under 13.5. Portis just put up 14. Yeah, I think most of those came in the first quarter, and then he didn't do much the rest of the way. But I like the over there. I like the over on Jokic as well, but I'm taking the over on his points, rebounds, assists. But 29.5 is another solid number there. Klay Thompson's racking up the threes. 23.5 looks pretty solid as well. And then the last one that I like here is taking the over 12.5 on Monty Morris. We finally saw him play well last game. They're going to need him to continue that. He's always been flirting around this number. But if he's going to kind of continue to get those shots and continue to play those minutes, 12.5 is still a pretty reasonable number. So those are 4 props I already like just based on the points. Looking at the assist numbers here, Vooch had 2 assists. Those came in the first quarter. LaVine had 10 assists, I believe, or more last game. So some of them might get to DeRozan. It might get to like DeSumo whenever they put his board up. Some other ones that we can look to, Jokic, 6 assists. He finally got that number last game. Don't mind taking the under. 2 assists on Klay Thompson. He's mainly just a catch and shoot guy. The worst case probably could be like a push here, or maybe he burns you by like 1 assist, but I don't see him getting more than like 3 or 4 assists in his best days. Barton is at 3 assists as well. This could be easy over. It could also be like a push situation. With those full numbers here, I like to get the 0.5s, and don't have much interest in the last 3 guys here. Rebounding prop here, Giannis 13.5. He's been crashing the glass. He looks pretty solid. At that number, taking the over there, Vooch is going to have to get you a lot of rebounds. 10.5, 9.5 would be better, but not terrible number for Vooch there. Portis is at 10. Once again, I would prefer the 9.5, but he's starting and playing good minutes alongside Giannis, and they're not having too many minutes as you would expect with Lopez, Portis, and Giannis all out there together, kind of splitting up those minutes a little bit between Portis and Lopez. At the bottom here, maybe Morris over 2.5 rebounds, but it's going to be a little bit tough. It just depends on how many minutes he plays. Barton over 4.5. He got 1 game with 10 rebounds this series, but rebounding board, kind of ugly. Looking at the points, rebounds, assists, I like DeRozan over points, rebounds, assists. Patrick Williams, 17.5 points, rebounds, assists. That looks good as well. If you don't want to take his 10.5 and hope that, because he's going to get you rebounds as well, so that could be another one to consider. But I'm going with the over points, rebound, assists for Jokic here. It's at 49.5. Still a pretty solid number. He has a chance to put up like 60 or more here, if not get you over 50. In a must-win game, I think Jokic will show up once again. Curry, 38.5. I think he looks solid as well. Wanted to get to him. And Klay Thompson really scoring a lot, but this number is also one that he can get you around that number. It could be one that he just gets you under, but also could be one that he can hit easily if he hits a lot of threes. Wiggins not a guy that I really play too often. Then Draymond at 22.5, also one that can hit. At home, don't mind taking shots on those guys. 3 points made. Giannis has been taking some threes. He hit one last game. They also had like DeRozan's board at 0.5 last game. He went 0 of 5. DeRozan's not a three-point shooter. You can take the under on that one if you wanted to, but he's at least taking them, so it's a little bit, kind of holding your breath when they do go up. Vooch went 1 of 6 from 3 last game. 2 is not something that I want because you're going to need 3 threes to hit that over. That's it. Maybe Curry's over 3.5 if he's starting. But we already got 5 here that I like, especially Vooch at 19.5 and Patrick Williams 10.5 if there's no Levine and Caruso. Like the under on Lopez 13.5, like the over 12.5 on Morris, and over. You can go over points on Jokic. I want points, rebounds, assists at 49.5. And that's it for the board right now. There's going to be a lot more that they add throughout the day, so keep an eye on it. I'll leave any notes or any questions in the comments. And best of luck. Hope you guys make some money, and I will see you all next time.